Welcome back to Pregame.com's continuing coverage of the Preakness. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined with Dave Tuley, and we are going to preview a horse that ran big in the Derby, Mucho Macho Man. Dave, I know you were high on this horse in the Derby. What do you think about him here in the Preakness? What's the pros and cons to this horse? Tell me about him.
Yeah, I like this horse a lot. I liked him going into the Derby. He was my second choice, and thought coming into the stretch, I thought he was in a great position. Had him on top in a bunch of saver tickets and couldn't quite get there for me, but yeah, I think he ran very well. I think he ran as I expected. Didn't quite get to Nero for second place, but no, I think he can definitely improve off that race. I mean, the Derby, every horse is going to get traffic, except for the winner. Like we talked in the videos 2 weeks ago, the winner always has the perfect trip that everyone focuses in on, but everyone else has an excuse here and there. And Mucho Macho Man, I think, is going to be right there. And like I said on the Animal Kingdom video, there's going to be a bunch of these horses that are going to be at the top of the stretch, and you're going to feel good about the shot. And I think 6-1 is a fair price on him on the morning line.
Well, I can't say anything bad about Mucho Macho Man. This is a horse that his Derby race to me was impressive. Consider this. He was asked to do something in the Derby he had never done before. He had to rally from 8th. In all of his career starts, he had never sat worse than 4th. So large field, a lot of dirt being kicked up on him. The horse responded. Plus the fact that he came from further back than he normally is, he did it in, as we're going to talk about ad nauseum today, the slow fractions in the Derby makes it even more impressive. So he has a license, based off of the Derby performance, yes, to move forward even more in the Preakness. My only concern on Mucho Macho Man, and, like I said, I've got a whole string of pros for him. The one con I have is this is his 10th career start. In the old days, that would be the norm heading in, for the Triple Crown Trail. You'd start it with around 8 starts, and by the time you're done, you've got that, 10th or 11th start of your career. But it seems like the game has changed in the last several years, where these guys are racing these horses a lot lighter, bringing them up slowly to these races so that they can endure the Triple Crown run. And with 10 starts already in his career, this being the 10th, if there's any horse that may feel the effects of the short turnaround, because this is the first time these horses, or any of them, are going to ever race on 2 weeks. Right. They're always spread out longer than that. I would think that possibly he would be one of those ones that might feel the effects of the short turnaround. But he's trained well. He's eating well. He's not lost weight. So with that said, he doesn't show the signs of it. I'm just talking from a historical standpoint.
But again, I hope his current form and fitness is, again, like with the Derby winner, doing well, going from the Derby to the Preakness. Hopefully Mucho Macho Man is also the top of his game still.
The one other factor that makes his 10 starts so much more amazing, Dave, for people that don't know, every horse, their birthday is January 1st. Right. For the sake of argument, of your year. So all of these horses turn 3 January 1st. But technically, Mucho Macho Man was a late foal. He was a June foal. And for people not used to the industry, when you're breeding, you really don't want June foals because, if you got a February foal, you're 3-4 months ahead of the game in maturity. And as a breeder, I breed horses. There's times that if I'm going to end up with a June foal, you end up skipping that breeding season to come back, and breed your mare early the next year, so you get that February foal. But that's the other knock with Mucho Macho Man. So what he's done makes it even more amazing that a colt that's, so immature, but he's so big and strong. Right. Could you imagine if he was a February foal?
That'd be scary.
But just wanted to throw that in there. But I can't fault it. This horse, he's been on the board, every start. What can you say? He's like that blue collar worker. Not a lot of flash. He doesn't have that big burst. He's a grinder, and at the end, he's in the photo, it seems like.
Shows up every day for work.
He's on the ticket, yeah. So I can't fault it. Definitely Mucho Macho Man is a horse to be considered. We're going to come back and talk about one of the big mysteries and the horse that can make the biggest payday in the Preakness, and that's Dialed In. We'll explain that in the next video.